Hi everyone. In this video, we would be learning about facade design pattern, which is one of the structural design pattern. So in order to understand facade design pattern, let's start with the definition first. So the definition says that facade design pattern provides a simplified interface to a complex subsystem, making it easier for clients to interact with. So the key term over here is complex subsystem. So let's understand this key term first. So by complex subsystem, we mean that we have a group of classes like this, wherein each class is interrelated with other class. For example, this blue class is related with red and purple class. This green class is related with red class. This red class is related with purple and orange class, and so on and so forth. So basically, if we have a group of classes wherein each class can be interrelated with other class, then that is nothing but a complex subsystem. Okay. So now that we know what is complex subsystem, let's try to understand the facade design pattern with the help of one example. So assume that this client one wants to withdraw some money from the bank. So in order to withdraw the money, it has to perform these 4 steps. First is it needs to check whether the account is present in the database or not. Let's say the account is present. Then we need to also verify the security pin, which is used for logging. Okay. Let's say it is also valid. Then we will check whether the funds that user wants to transfer is sufficient or not. Okay. And finally, we'll interact with the notification service in order to send the notification to the user. Right. So this client one will implement all the 4 steps one by one. So for that, what it will do is it will interact with the classes which are present in the complex subsystem. So let's say first it will interact with the account class, then it will interact with the security pin class, then it will interact with the funds class, then it will interact with the notification service, and so on and so forth. Okay. So this client one is interacting with the classes present in the complex subsystem in order to perform 4 steps to withdraw the money. Till now, everything is looking good, but assume that there is one more client, let's say client 2. This also wants to withdraw the money. It means that this client 2 has to duplicate the code which is present in client 1, isn't it? And currently there are 2 clients. Let's say there are n clients. It means that the same code will be duplicated n number of times. And clearly this is not the good thing. So here comes something called as facade. So a facade is something which will interact with the complex subsystem on behalf of the client, and it will expose the beautiful interface to the client so that the client can directly use this interface instead of interacting with the classes in the complex subsystem. So even if I have n number of clients, those clients will just use this withdraw function. It will not interact with the classes which are present in the complex subsystem. Like they can interact with the classes if they want, but if they want to withdraw the money, they can directly use the facade, because facade has already implemented that logic. So in simpler words, we are centralizing the logic in the facade so that all the clients can use that logic. Okay. So facade has exposed one simplified interface, and it is interacting with the complex subsystem on behalf of the client. So this is all about facade design pattern, and I believe that we all might have used this facade design pattern in our life without even knowing about this facade design pattern, because this is completely based on common sense. So now that we know about what is facade design pattern and what exactly it does, let's check out the code for this particular example. Now let's check out the code. So over here we have an account class which will verify whether the account is present in the database or not. We also have the security class which will check whether the PIN is correct or not. We have this funds class which will check whether the funds are present in the account or not. And we also have this function called as debit which will deduct the specified amount of money. Okay. And we also have this notification class which will be responsible for sending the notification to the user. And finally we have this facade, and this facade will be responsible to interact with all those classes on behalf of the main class. Okay, so over here it is having the objects of all those classes like account, security, funds, notification, and it is exposing this interface called as withdraw. And in this function it is interacting with all those classes and performing the logic for withdrawing the money. For example, it is first verifying the account, then PIN, then checking the amount, and once everything is valid it is debiting the money from the bank, and finally it is sending the notification. And let's say if any of this condition is false, it is going to log this particular message which is withdrawal failed. So now this main class or the client class, it just has to use the interface provided by the facade, right? So this was all about facade design pattern. If you understood this, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot.